Once again, 2024 continues to be the year of exposure.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of Russia, today we stand on the precipice of a monumental revelation, a moment that redefines not only our understanding of history, but also the path forward for our great nation.
Oh, no, no, no.
So people on social media are blown away seeing Putin open a ancient box and Jesus appeared to be black. This is something my people should have been known. Why y'all blown away? Why y'all blown away, bruh?
Because they know if you could get your hands on this information here, you're a town.
This is the last thing anyone expected. Not only did Putin recently reveal hidden biblical paintings, but he also admitted to Jesus being black.
Good morning. Let's talk about Black Jesus. So Vladimir Putin reveals a day or two ago that they went into an old archive and found some 14th century illustrations depicting Christians, including Jesus, as black. What does this mean? May mean something, may mean nothing. One thing we do know, though, is that Ethiopia is Christianity's second oldest community, or state, if you will. And that goes back over 1,600 years. So to have illustrations from the 1400s depicting Christians as black is not particularly surprising. What do we know about the race of Jesus? Well, we actually know more than you might think. We have the Shroud of Turin, which was authenticated by the Sudarium of Ovidio, whose provenance is not in question and has over 70 points of commonality with the Shroud. The Sudarium of Ovidio's face cloth. So, we do know the race of Jesus. Now, as far as the skin tone, well, that's subject for debate. But the question is, why now? Why is this coming out now? And so forth. There's been a growing number of people that say that the Bible tells us the name of the Antichrist. They cite Luke 10 and passages in Isaiah. Some people say the translation's good. Some people say it's not good. But supposedly the Bible names the Antichrist as Barack Obama. Hebrew, Aramaic, whatever the language is that they were looking at. So we also know today that worldwide, whites only make up about 9% of the world's population. 93% of the world's population is black or Asian, basically. But again, we're getting into why does this matter? Well, if Obama is the Antichrist, he's going to need to come across as Christ. And you've got Putin going, you know what? Jesus is really black. Considerable portion of the world's population is black. They're going to be easy marks to think that Obama is Jesus when in fact he would be the Antichrist. So everything for a reason. This is my take on the disclosure now, but there have been depictions throughout, frankly, almost going back 2,000 years, and you'll see biblical characters depicted as different races. You have to remember, though, that man was created in God's image, and man encompasses all races. So the actual race of Jesus is kind of irrelevant. It encompasses everything. So no big deal there. But I do think it's interesting with Putin's disclosure, with the possibility that Obama could be the Antichrist. You know, why was he in Britain recently and futzing around in that mess? We certainly know there's some satanic issues going on with the royals and many other elitists, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, that's my take on it. The timing makes it interesting, and the fact that you have supposed proof that Jesus was black, that would appeal to the blacks. If Obama was the Antichrist, then he would come across as Christ, these people who lack discernment. So if you're a Christian and you have discernment, good on you. We all know things are going to get really, really bad really, really soon. Stay with Jesus. Stay with the true Jesus. Don't fall for any of the fake ones.
Have y'all seen this story about Putin unveiling religious icons from the Russian vaults? I don't know if this is an AI fake story or something real, but I'd really like to find out. Supposedly Putin revealed a bunch of religious icons, and these icons depict the Hebrew people as black. Now a lot of people are saying it doesn't matter what color Jesus is, and that may be true on an individual level. But on a global level, that means a lot of people have been lying to us. If Russia has proof of these claims, that would delegitimize the European royalty, along with the royal bloodlines of the Nordic countries like Switzerland, Norway, Wales, as these royal figures claim to be direct descendants from the line of Jesus. It would also call the Vatican's narrative into question. Have they really been whitewashing history, as they call it? Or is this just a made-up story? I don't think people really care what the truth is at this point, but that's what we want, the truth. And I've really looked into this stuff. There's enough evidence on both sides of the coin to pretty much believe that Jesus was whatever color you want him to be. But if Russia really has some artifacts, some paintings from the 1400s, that would really tip the scale in a certain direction.
Did Putin really just talk about black Jesus? And if so, then why isn't the whole world talking about this? Everyone's seeing a bridge collapse. Everyone's seeing Diddy's house being raided. Listen.
We stand on the precipice of a monumental revelation, a moment that defines not only our understanding of history, but also the path forward for our great nation. In an extraordinary discovery hidden beneath centuries of lore and legend, we have opened what can only be described as the oldest vault known to mankind. What we found within its ancient confines challenges the very fabric of our beliefs and heralds a new dawn for our country. Within this vault, we discovered figures of biblical proportions, characters that many have read about, debated, and revered. These figures, preserved against the sands of time, reveal a truth that is as profound as it is transformative. They are all black. This revelation, this undeniable truth, stands before us not as a contradiction to our faith, but as a testament to the diversity and unity that faith embodies. As your president, I see this moment not as a challenge to our beliefs, but as an opportunity to embrace a wider, more inclusive understanding of our history and spirituality.
So when I searched on the internet, I kept finding that everything was false. It's false. It's false. But isn't that how most things are that are actually true?
Take your eyes off of Diddy and back on the truth.
President Putin unveiled things they have from their archives, they say 1,000 years in their archives, and they showed that Sayyidina Isa salam to be dark-skinned, and images that are associated with the people of Sayyidina Isa salam dark-skinned. And from what we taught from Sayyidina Muhammad salam, that Sayyidina Musa salam was very dark-skinned. 70,000 prophets of Allah now these ulama are finally admitting, out of 124,000, 70,000 dark-skinned prophets. Means with Islam lies the truth, and all others they put a deception, what we call kufr, that to know a truth and to deceive a people and to make a certain race of people as if they're more important than others.
So these are some interesting reactions to Putin opening the vault of Black Jesus for the world to see. The unveiling of the Black Jesus from the vaults by Putin has sparked a deep reflection on the historical depictions of Jesus. For centuries, especially in Western societies, the prevailing image of Jesus has been that of a white man, often with European features. This portrayal has not only shaped religious iconography, but has also influenced cultural perceptions globally. The notion of a white Jesus has been intertwined with colonialism and imperialism as European powers spread their influence across the world. Missionaries carried these images with them, imprinting them on diverse cultures and peoples. As a result, the image of a white Jesus became ingrained in the collective consciousness of many, regardless of their own racial or ethnic backgrounds. However, the emergence of the Black Jesus challenges this long-held perception. It is a reminder that historical and biblical figures, including Jesus, likely looked far more like the original people from Mother Africa than the traditional depictions suggest. This revelation is not just about an artistic representation, it is about reclaiming a more accurate and inclusive history. As the world becomes more interconnected and information more accessible, the truth about historical figures like Jesus is gradually coming to light. It serves as a powerful reminder that the truth, no matter how obscured by time or manipulation, has a persistent way of revealing itself. Hope you find the information in this video informative. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thanks for watching.